Fat Choi. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay. Wesley's not from Hawaii, but Gunki Fat Choi is Happy New Year in Chinese.
You're not Chinese?
A little bit, but I mean, I'm not Chinese, but in Hawaii, we adopt other Asian cultures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, in preparation for the Chinese New Year, which is February 12th, we're going to be trying some Chinese snacks. Traditional Chinese snacks.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. What do we got?
So the first thing we're going to try is called Gao.
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 Gao. Gao is a glutinous rice cake, very similar to the Japanese where we have mochi, which is also a rice cake. But this is made a little different. It's made with brown sugar, and it has sesame seeds on the top, and usually there's a date, a red date in the middle, but they don't have on this one.
It feels squishy.
It's a little squishy, just like regular mochi.
It looks like a really tiny, small, squishy hamburger.
It's because there's the sesame seeds on the top. But this is a traditional Chinese snack that people make for the Chinese New Year. It's supposed to bring good luck. It's called Nian Gao.
Okay, what's
and
that?
Nian Gao, when you write it out, it's very similar to what means like a higher year or, you know.
Basically, this is for, hopefully this year will be better than the last. Well, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Let's eat lots of that, no matter how it tastes.
So anyway, that's for good luck, and that's why people eat it. Also, very similar to the Japanese tradition of eating mochi at New Year's, the Chinese will eat it together with their families or the people that they care about, because they believe that eating mochi, a family that eats mochi together, sticks together.
Ah, like the gluttonous rice.
Yeah. Okay.
Or in my case, a gluttonous person.
So this is what it looks like.
It only has a hint of a smell. It
yeah,
doesn't really...
it doesn't have a strong smell. Here, you can see.
Ooh, it
What does it feel like?
feels like a very tacky slice of cranberry sauce.
So as you can see, it's very floppy.
Okay. Well, it's definitely squishy, and you know, it kind of smells savory in a way.
In a way it does, but it's made with a lot of brown sugar. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do
try
it.
it.
Very chewy.
Very, very similar to the Japanese rice cake. It has a very chewy consistency. But the taste is different. What do you think of the taste? It's still in his mouth, he's chewing it.
It doesn't have like a very powerful or tart or sweet or any kind of taste. It has a flavor.
Yeah.
It's hard to determine. I don't really know what the flavor is.
It's more it's sticking to the plate. But it's like a brown sugar.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste sweet to me now.
It doesn't taste sweet?
It doesn't taste sweet. It just tastes...
It's a mix between sweet and savory, actually.
It's not bad. It's actually good. Even though it's kind of hard to pinpoint what the flavor is, and the consistency is really, like we said,
very sticky
and gummy and chewy. But it's good. It's really good, and the good thing is I don't think you would get sick on eating a bunch of it because even though it has a lot of brown sugar in it, it doesn't taste like it has. So I think it's probably more the flour than anything. But,
so what do you think? What's your verdict? Thumbs up. Me too. I like Gao. Alright, so this next thing that we have is called a crispy pretzel. Well, they call it a crispy pretzel, but it is a Chinese pretzel. I am very used to these from my childhood. We used to have what is called fun fairs at our elementary school. And they used to sell these in little bags.
were they fun?
They were pretty fun, yeah, actually, because we could get these. These were my favorites.
Figures. They were fun, because we could get food.
These were my favorites, actually. Chinese pretzels. You need to have a special iron in order to make these. I do want to learn how to make these, actually.
It looks like you're going to need a special molding press. That's very intricate.
So actually, this is what it looks like. It's like a flower shape. Most of them are a lot smaller than this, but they're usually shaped like flowers. And what we used to do was we used to eat the ends off, and then we used to eat little petals at a time. So that's how we used to eat these.
So it's a flower.
Yeah, these are supposed to be a flower. If you see the other side, it looks just like a flower.
When you said need a special iron, I'm thinking clothes iron. Like,
no, it's like a branding iron kind of thing.
Oh, it's a press then.
Kinda, yeah.
That's what it is. It's a press. So you pour it into a mold and press it, hold it.
Yeah. So this is kind of what it looks like.
Ooh, that smells good.
Yeah, it has a really sweet flavor here. So you can pick off a petal.
Now, do we supposed to break it a certain way or?
No, whatever.
Oh, that's very light. I thought that was going to be hard to break. It looks like it would be very stiff, but look at there. I broke off a piece that looks like baby, the baby Yoda or whatever they call it.
Baby Yoda.
I don't know. Or maybe it's a.
It's a girl with like pigtails.
Yeah. or it could be like me as a kid going with a flat head after I've raised up underneath the floor, crawling underneath the house. Boom! Oh, why me?
Okay, we don't want to hear that story again. That was a painful story. Anyway, so this is what it is. It smells. What does it smell like to you?
It smells kind of like the chips, like the kind of. I can't remember what kind of. There's a specific chip that I'm thinking about that we had in Japan. It was very light, very crispy.
Yeah.
And it was slightly sweet, and that's what this smells like. Exactly like it.
And as Wesley was saying earlier, it does break apart very easily because it's really a soft. It's not like a very hard crisp. It's a soft crispy.
It has the if you're in the mainland. And you know of the chip called Munchos. That is the light, airy consistency of this. It's very light and easy to break. It's kind of like that. A little bit thicker.
Inconsistency.
Yeah, inconsistency.
Yeah.
I haven't tasted it yet.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, put them in your mouth. No. Put them in your fuzzy face hole.
Mmm.
No?
Mmm. Mm-hmm.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like a very light chip and a fortune cookie. If a fortune cookie was really light, thin,
and airy,
that's what this would be.
Yeah, this is like my favorite.
Now that makes sense. That's why this is a New Year thing. It's kind of like good fortune. That's maybe all things like that.
Yeah. And so it's very light and airy. It's one of my favorites, actually. It's not that sweet. It's not that sweet though, right?
It's a little sweet. It's a little sweet. Kind of like a fortune cookie. It's a little sweet. Just a hint.
But it's also a little savory too.
Not to me.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So what is your verdict on this?
More. It's hard to stop on these.
I know, that's the thing. They're very addicting. You eat a little bit and then you just want to eat the whole thing.
Well, I'm impressed, first of all, with the craftsmanship of this thing.
Yeah.
And how they get it so thin.
I like the other side. Show the other side. I think that's pretty neat.
That is neat. That is neat. I like that flavor.
You did?
I like that
Yeah,
consistency.
me too.
That's, I mean, can we eat more for a good year? Do you
the
have
more
a
you
few...
eat, the better luck you have, you think?
Oh man, we need to get a case of them. Everybody needs a case of them.
After we had, yes, everybody needs a case.
2021 case.
Yep.
Here we go.
Anyway, so your verdict?
Up.
Thumbs up. All right.
Why ask? This tastes so good. I want more. I want it. Okay, so what's your verdict? No. That was good.
Yeah, I'm glad that you liked it. Anyway, so I know between the two, which one you probably would pick as your favorite?
The
flour
bread.
It's a pretzel.
That's okay.
He just broke it into many pieces.
But hey, they're all in edible pieces. Okay. I think that was good luck.
Yeah.
Wow, how fortunate.
Anyway, that is also my favorite as well. I do like Gao though. I do think that Gao, any Chinese New Year's without Gao is just, I don't know. I've not had a Chinese New Year without Gao, but I love Chinese pretzels. That is my favorite. And I go looking for it whenever I go to the store. Not that many places make it, I gotta tell you. This is probably one of the few places that make it. Honestly, the homemade ones are the best. Of both of these. Yeah. But thank you. I think this was a very successve taste test.
Yeah, I think so. Because, you know, I've seen this before and I've never, I looked at it and I've always seen people with it and I thought, that doesn't look appetizing to me. Because it's squishiness.
Yeah.
You know, because, as growing up as a kid, you play with squishy stuff or you go to the beach and you're like poking squishy stuff and you're like, I don't want to put it in my mouth. But this was really good. And I appreciate getting to try that and the pretzel. So thank you. Yeah. It was awesome.
Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Aloha.